शारदावानललिरलोकाम् प्राणाय कारुण्य घनाघनत्यम्.
Today is very auspicious day, Thakur Bhaktivinode's birthday. Here is the picture of Thakur Satchidananda Bhaktivinode. He was one of the acharyas of this disciplic succession from Krishna. We have got a succession table from Krishna, genealogical table. There are two kinds of genealogical tables. One by the seminar, father, his son, like that. That is material genealogical table. And there is one spiritual genealogical table, disciplic succession. Just like Krishna, the original Father, Supreme Personality of Godhead, he spoke the Vedic knowledge to Brahma, Lord Brahma. He spoke to Narada. Narada spoke to Vyas. Vyas spoke to Madhyacharya. So, in this disciplic succession, Lord Chaitanya, from Lord Chaitanya, the 6 Goswamis, and similarly, coming down, Bhaktivinode Thakur, then Gaur Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, then my spiritual master, then we are, next generation, my disciple. If you want to know the transcendental science, then you must approach a guru. Tad vijnanartham. In order to, if you are at all interested to understand the spiritual science, tad vijnanartham, guru meva avigacche. You must approach guru. Guru means this disciplic succession, as I have explained. So, Bhaktivinode Thakur is an ideal guru. He was not a sannyasi, he was grihastha, householder, living with family, wife, children. Still he was guru. So, anyone can become guru, not that a sannyasi can become guru. A householder also can become guru, provided he knows the science. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was talking with Ramananda Rai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a sannyasi, very highly born in a Brahmin family, very learned scholar. So he was talking with Ramananda Rai, a grihastha, governor of Madras, and he was questioning and Ramananda Rai was answering. That means he was taking the part of guru and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was taking the part of a disciple. So he was hesitating, Ramananda Rai. He thought himself that I am a grihastha, I am not even a Brahmin. Besides that, I am dealing in material affairs, I am governor, politics. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a sannyasi, born of a high-class Brahmin family. So, it does not look well that I shall teach him. So he was hesitating. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "No, why you are hesitating?" He said, "Kiva Vipra, Kiva Sudra, Nasi Kane Noy, Jai Krishna Tattva Beta Sei Guru Hoy." He said, don't hesitate. Either one may become a Brahmin, or one may become a Sudra. Kiva Vipra, Kiva Sudra. Vipra means Brahmin, and Sudra. Sudra is the fourth grade human being. Brahmin is the first grade. So Kiva Vipra, Kiva Sudra. He may be a first grade human being, or the lowest grade human being. Or he may become a sannyasi or a grihastha. It does not matter. Anyone who knows the science of Krishna, he can become a guru. This is the verdict. Because spiritual science does not belong to the bodily platform. It is on the spiritual platform. It is very nice. Just like when you go to a lawyer or to an engineer or to a physician, you do not inquire whether he is a Brahmin or Shudra. Simply you have to know whether he is a lawyer, that's all. Whether he is a physician, actually. If he knows the medical science, he may be a Brahmin, he may be a Shudra, he may be a sannyasi, he may be a householder. It doesn't matter. Your business is with a physician, with a lawyer. Similarly, your business is to understand Krishna. So anyone who knows Krishna perfectly, you have to go there. Tadvijnanatham sa gurumeva vigacchen. It is bathing injection, it's not there. You have to approach a sannyasi or a grihastha or a Indian or American. No, gurum. And guru means who knows the science of Krishna. So, this Bhaktivinode Thakur was grihastha, very responsible officer, magistrate. And he was so exalted that he would come from his office generally at 5 o'clock, then take his supper and immediately go to bed. Immediately. Say at 7 o'clock in the evening he goes to bed and he wakes up at 12 o'clock. So suppose he goes to bed at 7 o'clock in the evening and wakes up at 12 o'clock at night, it is sufficiently 5 hours. One should not sleep more than 5 to 6 hours. Minimize as far as possible. The Goswamis used to sleep not more than 1.5 hours or 2 hours. Sleeping is not very important thing. Even big politicians, they used to sleep for 2 hours. So especially in spiritual line, they should minimize as far as possible eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Minimize. Gradually it comes to meal. Raghunath Das Goswami, he was eating only a little piece of butter every alternate days, not daily. So this Bhaktivinode Thakur, regularly, he was coming from his office and after taking his supper, immediately goes to bed and wake up at 12 o'clock and he used to write books. He left behind him about 100 books. And he excavated the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, organized how to develop that birth site, Mayapur. He had so many visits. He used to go to preach about Chaitanya's philosophy. He used to send books to foreign countries. In 1896, he attempted to send life and precepts of Lord Chaitanya in the McGill University in Montreal. So he was busy, Acharya. So one has to adjust things. Not that because I am grihastha, householder, I cannot become a preacher. It is the business, it is business of the sannyasi or brahmachari. No, it is the business of everyone. Therefore, there is need of acharyas, teachers, for propagating spiritual knowledge, Krishna consciousness. Bhaktivinode Thakur was, although he was a grihastha, householder, a government officer, magistrate, but he was acharya. So from his dealings, from his life, we should learn how one can become a preacher in any stage of life. It doesn't matter what it is. There was one incident, very interesting. When he was magistrate in Jagannath Puri, so Bhaktivinode Thakur was manager in that sense, because he was magistrate. The managing committee was being presided by him. So there was a complaint in Odisha. This Jagannath temple is situated in Odisha. Utkal, this state was originally belonged to Dhruva Maharaj. His son's name was Utkal, Maharaj Utkal. Anyway, so this Utkal, there was a pseudo-yogi. He declared himself that, just like you'll find nowadays also, there are so many rascals declaring that I am incarnation of God. And they know some mystic power, play some jugglery, and foolish people take them, oh, he is God. So there appeared one, like such pseudo-god, Vishnu, in a village of Orissa. And he was dancing, rasa dance, and foolish people were sending their daughters and wives to dance with him. There are so many. Not only that, the people are so foolish. They do not know. They want to be teachers. And these teachers come. He declared that I am God, I am Vishnu. So there were sane men also. They took objection. What is this nonsense? This man is dancing with ladies and gentlemen, girls. So they filed a complaint. At that time it was British rule. The complaint to the governor or the commissioner, very high officer. The commissioner knew that Bhaktivinode Thakur, his name was Kedarnath Datta. Kedarnath Datta, his household name. So the commissioner of the division, he knew that Kedarnath Datta is a religious man and he is magistrate in charge. So he handed over the case for inquiry. What is this complaint? You please inquire and do the needful. So he was a pure devotee And he understood that this rascal is a bogus man, cheating people. I must inquire. So he went to the village in plain dress with some constables, police constables. They were also in plain dress. And as soon as he approached that rascal yogi, he said, "Oh, you are Kedarnath Datta. So, very nice. I shall make you king of India. Please don't try to bother me." Because he could know that he has come to inquire about my Ras Leela. So, Bhaktivinode Thakur, first of all, said, "Sir, you are such a great yogi. Why you are in the village? Why don't you go to Jagannath Puri? There is temple and Lord Jagannath is there. Better you go there and see the Lord and be happy. Why you are in this village?" "Oh, Jagannath, that is made of wood. I am personally the Supreme Lord. That is made of wood." Then Bhaktivinode Thakur, as a devotee, became fire. He was insulting. "Acche siladhi gurusu narumati." According to Shastra, if somebody thinks, just like here is Diti, if somebody thinks, it is made of stone, it is stone to the eyes of the non-devotee. But it is personally, Supreme Personality of Godhead to the devotees. It requires the eyes to see. So devotee sees in a different angle of vision. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he entered Jagannath temple, immediately he fainted. Here is my Lord. And the non-devotee is saying it is wood, a lump of wood. Therefore to the non-devotee, he remains always in wood. But to the devotee, he speaks. That is the difference. Premanjana churita bhakti bilochani. If God is everything, why wood? Through wood and stone, God cannot manifest. If God is everything, according to Mahamad philosophy, that's a fact. God, omnipotent, He can express Himself even through wood and stone. That is God's omnipotence. That is called omnipotence. Not that God is unable to express Himself through wood and stone. Then how is omnipotent? Omnipotent means His potency can be expressed through anything. Because anything, everything is expansion of God's energy. Parasya Brahmana Shakti. Tathaiva Akhilam Jagat. The whole world is manifestation of different energies of God. Therefore, just like through the energy of electricity, the electric powerhouse, although far, far away from this place, was expressing there is electricity. Through this glass, through this wire, the power can be expressed. There is a process. So Bhaktivinode Thakur became very much, because a devotee cannot tolerate blaspheming another devotee or God. So as soon as he said that, why shall I go to Jagannath Puri to see the wooden Jagannath? I am personally Vishnu. Bhaktivinode Thakur immediately ordered his constables, arrest this rascal. So he was arrested. And when he was arrested, he had some yogic mystic power. All the constables, Bhaktivinode Thakur and his family members become affected with high fever, 105 degrees fever. So when he came back, his wife became very much disturbed that he arrested Vishnu and we are all going to die. We have got now high fever. Bhaktivinode Thakur replied, yes, let us all die, but this rascal must be punished. This is the view of pure devotee. So he was put into the custody, and there was a date fixed for his trial. And all these days, Bhaktivinode Thakur himself and his family especially, they are suffering from high fever. Maybe that yogi was planning to kill all the whole family, but it was going on as fever. So on the trial day, Bhaktivinode Thakur, Kedarnath Datta, when he came to the bench, the man was presented, the so-called yogi, and he had big, big hairs. So Bhaktivinode Thakur ordered that bring one barber and cut his hair. So no barber dared. The barbers thought, so he is Lord Vishnu, he says, you're fine. And he is suffering from fever, so I shall also die. So Bhaktivinode Thakur ordered that give me the scissors, I will cut. So he cut his hair and ordered him to be put into jail for 6 months, and in the jail that Vishnu incarnation managed to take some poison and he died. So this is one of the incidents. There are many incidences. He was very strong man. He punished many pandas in the tirthas who exploit visitors. This is the position of devotee. In spite of his becoming a responsible magistrate, a householder, still he was acharya. So we have to follow the acharyas. If we are at all interested in spiritual science, then we must follow the Vedic instruction. Tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva avijachet. We must approach. You cannot have spiritual knowledge simply by speculating. Impossible. Simply waste of time. Sramaeva hi kevalam. You must go to the, and the Bhagavad Gita, therefore, it is recommended. Achajopasanam. Achajopasanam. Not only worshipping the Lord, but also the Acharya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Guru Krishna Kripaye Paye Bhakti Lata Bhi. Guru, Acharya, and Krishna, one should seek favor of both of them. Not that I am now seeking favor of Krishna. What is the use of Guru and Acharya? No. You cannot overlap Acharya and go to Krishna. That is not possible. Krishna will not accept. Just like if you want to see a big man, you should go to his secretary, to his orderly, doorkeeper. Similarly, our process is Acharya Upasanam. Go through the Acharya. That is the injunction of the Vedas. Tarka Pratishtha. That is our process. without accepting a bona fide spiritual master, we cannot make any progress. It is impossible. So Bhaktivinode Thakur happens to be Acharyas, one of the Acharyas, and he has left behind him many books. Chaitanya Sikhamrita, Jaiva Dharma. These are very important books. They are in Bengali, in Sanskrit, and many songs. He has prepared many books of song. The song, Ei Naam Gai Gura Chand Madhu, that is Bhaktivinode Thakur's song. So we are trying to present Bhaktivinode Thakur's books also in English translation. Gradually we will get it. So our adoration, our worship to Bhaktivinode Thakur today, because he may bless us to make peacefully progress in Krishna consciousness. Acharya Upasana, simply by the blessings of Acharyas, we can make very rapid progress. Vedeshu dullava adurlava ato bhakto. If we just prasadad bhagavat prasad, we sing every day. By the mercy of the spiritual master, Acharya, we immediately get the blessings of Lord. Immediately. Jasa prasada, jasa means whose? Prasada, benediction. By the benediction of the spiritual master. Jasa prasadad bhagavat prasad. If spiritual master, Acharya, is pleased, then you should know that Krishna is also pleased. You should know true. This is not very difficult. Just like you are working in office, if your immediate officer, boss, is pleased, that means the proprietor of the farm, he is also pleased, although you do not see. This is fact. Your immediate boss, if he is pleased. Similarly, our business, this spiritual line, is Guru Krishna Kripa. We have to first receive the merciful benediction from the Acharya, and then Krishna will be pleased and he will also give his blessing. Madhbhakta, there is a version in Srimad Bhagavatam. Madhbhakta puja bhadika. He says, Krishna says, that if anyone worships me directly, and if anyone worships me through the Acharya, he is better devotee. Who is coming to me through Acharya? Madhbhakta puja bhadika. So our this Vaishnava philosophy process is go through the Acharya. Servant of the servant of the servant. We should try to become servant of the servant. Gopi bhattu padakamalayo daso dasanu dasa. Daso dasanu dasa. We should not approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. And that is not good. That will not be. In the Vedic injunction also it is said, Jassa Devi Parabhakti Jatha Devi Tatha Guru. If one has got unflinching faith in the Supreme Personality of God, Jatha Devi, and similar faith in Guru. Of course we must make Guru bona fide. Then it is disciplic succession. And that is also not very difficult to select who is bona fide Guru. Bona fide Guru means he presents himself as servant of God. He does not pose himself falsely that I am God. This is bona fide. It is not difficult to find out what happens. This is the test. If anyone says that I am Guru, I am God, then he cannot be Guru, because he has no knowledge. So our this Krishna consciousness movement is to enlighten people to utilize his very nice life, human form of life. Utilize it properly. To utilize it properly means to revive his dormant Krishna consciousness. The Krishna consciousness or God consciousness is there already. It is developed in human form of life. But it is now covered because due to our association with this material world or unlimited years background, we are coming through different species of life. Millions and millions of years passed away. Suppose I was a tree, sometimes I was standing up for 10,000 years in one place. We have passed through. That's a fact. That is evolution. Now we have got the opportunity of light. If we don't use these opportune moments and again go back to the cycle of evolutionary process, there is Anavalakhani Thaura. So these are great science. Unfortunately, there is no opportunity for the people to study this science in the school, colleges or universities. They are simply teaching people that you work hard and gratify your senses. That's all. Therefore, a section, younger section, they have been disgusted. They have refused to cooperate with the society on account of this disappointing education. And it will increase, because this sort of education cannot give peace or prosperity to the people. Problems are increasing. Therefore our request is that if you want to decrease or completely finish all the problems of life, take to Krishna consciousness in the process of disciplic succession, and you will be all happy. Thank you.
Krishna Kirtana Gana Natana Pano Premamritam Manidhi Dhira Dhira Jana Priyau Priyakarau Nirma